This
show
conference
me?
will now be recorded.
I'll show it to you.
Yes, sir.
You're able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see that.
Okay. Okay. So let us say certification year is 2019 and division category electricity. Now tell me your material, device number and the material. Device number you can tell me?
283.
283. This is for meter.
Meter with transformer. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and transformer?
284.
284. Now you do the installation, it will work.
Okay.
Yeah. You are not entered while creating the device, the year of certification. You might have forgotten.
Okay. Maybe, sir. Maybe.
Unless there is a year of certification, the system doesn't know when it will be due for replacement.
Okay. Okay.
Because you might have maintained in the device category 5 years calibration period. But while doing the installation, it should know when it will be available for replacement.
I think so. What you are telling is correct. I maintained 5 years, but I think the year of certification I missed. I suppose I can recall.
That's the only reason why it is not happening. So since you already created device, we cannot enter it. So you can use EZ97 to enter the year of certification.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any other doubt?
Not as if now, sir. If it is there, I'll definitely ask you, sir.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay. Murali has come now. Okay, fine. Good morning. So now we will moving forward. In the previous session, we did execution of the billing document. That means we have done the meter reading, and then subsequent to meter reading, we entered the meter reading results for the particular period. Then we maintained the price records. What is the value for the operand price? We have maintained the price key, and the value has been incorporated in the facts, installation facts. At the moment, we used installation facts. In future, we will see how to update facts at the rate category level. Then another important thing we have maintained is the document type for the what you call the basically document type for the billing execution for periodic consumption billing. What is the document type? Account determination as such we have done before. That is okay. Account determination also we have completed for the reconciliation accounts and then revenue accounts. But we haven't maintained the tax account determination because tax calculation will happen when you process the invoice. So having done the billing execution, now we will go to invoice preparation. For the invoice preparation, we have to see what are the configurations we have to do in the system. So broadly speaking, there are two areas of customization. One customization will happen in SAP ISU invoicing module. And then in the FICA, we have to maintain more customizations because actually when you prepare the invoice will be posted to FICA. A sub-ledger accounting document will be prepared in the sub-ledger accounting system. And then from sub-ledger accounting system, we have to summarize the documents and send the data to financial accounting. So invoice is more integrated into FICA module of the SAP ISU. So first we will finish the settings in invoicing, then you go to customization for the FICA. In invoice module, we have only two activities to perform. One is just like in billing, we have maintained document type for ISU billing. We have to maintain document type for the invoice, and this document type we have to assign it to company code along with the print reason. print result means for what purpose you are preparing the invoice. That means what is the purpose for which you are using that particular document type to process the invoice. So there are SAP predefined category, the reason for preparing the invoice document. So we go to utilities, go to invoicing, and then invoice processing. Define number ranges for print documents, intervals. Now here I have maintained one complete number range, that is starting from 1 to 999, and then I have also maintained number ranges for mass processing. Just like in billing, we can create one single invoice for one particular contract account, but in the day-to-day business scenario, it is mostly the mass processing. At a time, we process the invoices for n number of contract accounts. So wherever you are going to do mass processing, the system will look for the number ranges which have been defined with the indicator, the identification of the object, starting with the alphabet. That is R1 I have maintained here. That means R1 is actually meant to be used for mass processing, allocating numbers to invoices prepared in the mass processing, and 01 will be the number range used for single invoice preparation. So both are given. Although technically you can always create one single invoice for one invoice for one particular contract account, but it is also possible. I mean, although it is possible, in reality, in business day to day, we go for mass processing. But sometimes, as an exceptional case, because of certain reason, we may have to create invoice for a single contract account. We will see that first. So number ranges are defined here. Now, depending on the type of invoice what you create, you can also maintain different number ranges. Here I have maintained only one number range, but usually in the case of ISU, broadly speaking, we create 3 or 4 important types of invoices. One is the consumption-based billing invoice, and that is the budget billing. In budget billing, again, you have partial budget billing and statistical budget billing, and then you are selecting collective billing, and also you are doing the simulation of the invoice and also the cancellation of invoice. So these are some of the different reasons for which you can have different document types maintained, and for each document type you can have different number ranges. But here I have maintained one number range used for all the different scenarios. So define number ranges we have done. Now define document types for print documents. Print document means the document what you're preparing in invoicing module is called print document. So here we can see FA is the document type for invoicing. Now this particular document to use whenever we have got a reference billing document. That means first we have done the billing and then we're preparing the invoice. The billing itself can be different, like we might have created a periodic consumption billing, then we do the invoice, that time document type is FA, or we have created a move out billing, that means final billing because of the move out, and again when you prepare the invoice it will use FA, or you have done manual billing and that billing document you are going to prepare the invoice, again it will use document type FA. That means whether you created a billing document as a consumption billing, or whether you created a move out billing, or whether you created a manual billing, the invoice document will be the same. All are basically referring to different types of billing category. So there is no need to maintain different document types because system will not be able to differentiate at the invoice level. So only one document type is enough. But unlike in the case of billing, where billing documents are not assigned to any company code, over here, whatever document type you prepare, it has to be assigned to the company code along with the reason. That means in case suppose if you are having more than one company code, we can maintain different documents for each company code. So FA is the invoicing and 01 is the number range for single invoice, and mass processing we have maintained number range R1. Then you have got BB, that is budget billing invoices. Again, you can maintain two different document types, maybe one for partial budget billing, one for statistical. But here I have maintained only one document type. That means whether you prepare partial budget billing or statistical, document type is BB. And SI is a document type for the simulation process. So at some point of time in the future, we will see when to create the simulated documents for the invoice. For all of them, I have given the number in 01. But suppose if you are doing mass processing, then the number range is R1. So these are the two important, what you call definitions. The third very important definition is you have to assign the document type to your company code along with the print reason. That means when you are doing the practice, these two will remain the same, okay? But this one you have to do for your company code. So here you can say new entry. Our reason for creating invoice is print the consumption billing invoice. Print the consumption billing invoice. And our company code is 6000 and the document type is EFA. So we are maintaining here document type EFA and then save it. That means you can assign your company code to the print reason, that is consumption billing invoice, and the document type EFA, and then save it. Now, if you want, you can define your own document type because you're going to anyway assign it to your what you call the company code with the reason. But already when document type is there, you don't have to define. You can use the same document type, assign it to company code with the print reason. So we have done this. So these are the three definitions you have to do in invoicing level. Okay. Now we will see step by step what are the customizations to be done in FICA. Now, first and foremost, we have to maintain account determination for the tax. Now, when you enter the account determination for the sub transaction, we have used a particular tax determination ID, tax code. Now, if tax code has been used as the account determination declared in the FI, then you have to maintain in the FI also and then FICA also. Suppose across the client only one tax code is there, then you need not maintain it at the FI level. You can directly maintain it in the FICA level. But since we have maintained at the company code level, since you have declared it in the procedure, I maintained it as valid at the company code level. We have to maintain what you call the tax code. So we have to maintain the account determination in FI and also have to maintain in FICA. Okay, because tax code has been declared as required procedure in FI. Now, what is the tax determination code we have defined? We can find out. So if you go to any sub-transaction account determination, we can find out what is the tax code we have used. So our chart of account is INT and our company code is 6000, division 60, ID 60, consumption billing 0100, sub-transaction 21. So for this sub-transaction, we have maintained tax determination code as 61. So 61 is the tax code. So first you go to OB40 FI setting and then maintain for the account determination key MWS the tax determination. So we can go to MWS, chart of account is INT, and then enter the tax code. Our tax code just now what we have seen, EK02, forgot. So 6000, 60, 60, 0100, 0021. For this combination, we have maintained ID for tax determination 61. Okay. So enter 61 and the GL account is 1,75,000. That means different company codes may be using different tax determination code. For them, we can maintain the account determination here. This is GL account, which is going to be same for you also, because you are using the same chart of account if you are copied from 0001 company code. But you might have defined your own tax code, so you enter the tax code along with the account determination account, the tax account determination. Save it. Now we'll start doing the account determination in FICA. Okay, so go to IMG and then select contract accounts receivable and payable. And then go to basic functions, postings and documents, document, define account assignments for automatic posting, and then automatic GL account determination. Define accounts for sales and purchase tax. Select here, and then here select new entry. Our company code is 6000. ID for tax determination is 61. Transaction MWS. MWS is a transaction defined in tax procedure, what you maintain for country India, and corresponding GL account is 1,75,000, and then save it. So the tax what you have determined amount will be going to be available for posting to GL account 1,75,000. We have already maintained the reconciliation account determination, revenue account determination, that is sub transaction account determination, and now you have maintained the tax account determination. This is done. Now whenever you prepare any invoice and you save it, the system will post a document in FICA that is called FICA document. That means FICA document is a document posted in FICA acting as sub-ledger accounting system. Sub-ledger accounting system. This is the main difference between the traditional account receivable and the contract account receivable. In case of traditional standard account determination, where you have got the customer number acting as a customer account, in SD, you prepare invoice in SD module. And then when you save the invoice in SD module, directly it will do the posting to financial accounting. And thereby an accounting document is posted. That means between SD and FI, there is no other module. The moment you prepare invoice, it can be delivery invoice, service invoice, credit memo, debit memo, cancellation, any kind of document you prepare in the billing section of the SD. The moment you save it, it will immediately post the document into financial accounting, and thereby an accounting document is posted. But in the case of ISU, when you prepare the invoice and then you save it, it does not post anything directly into financial accounting. First, it will post to FICA, the sub-ledger accounting document. A FICA document is posted, and end of the day, we summarize these documents and send the summarized value to GL accounting system, and thereby FI accounting document will be posted. Okay, so that means you can never post to financial accounting directly if you're using FICA. Whatever transactions you do, it has to first create a FICA document, then only you can pass it on to financial accounting. But here, FICA document we are not creating, system will create for us. We are only preparing invoice upfront, but the moment you save, it has to post a document in FICA. So what document type it has to use? Because in SAP, whenever you record any transaction, the business process, there must be a document type which it has to use for posting into the particular section. So over here, we are preparing an invoice, but we expect it to be posted into FICA automatically in the background. So system should know what is the document type we have to use. So FICA consultant will set up the different document types in FICA along with the number ranges. Again, there are two types of number ranges for the single FICA document posting, that is single transaction, and also mass processing. Broadly speaking, FICA documents are of two types. Documents which have got origin from the generic business process. Like you are using SAP here for ISU, In ISU, you are going to prepare different types of invoice documents, like consumption-based billing document invoice, or move-out billing invoice, or manual billing invoice, or partial budget billing. In case of statistical budget billing, there is no FICA posting. We will see that. And collective billing, cancellation. So origin of FICA is available from the ISU. That means first you prepare invoice in ISU, then it is going to post to FICA. Or suppose if you are having invoice prepared in SD, the generic process is happening in sales and distribution, and then invoice is prepared, and then you save it. It is going to post into FICA. So in all these cases, we are not posting any document directly in FICA. Actually, origin of FICA document is coming from the generic business process like ISU or SD. If you're using FICA for telecom application, there you prepare a convergent billing invoice, and then invoice is posted into FICA. Or suppose if you're using for insurance, then in the insurance solution, you are preparing the premium invoice, and then it is posting into FICA. So a FICA document is posted automatically in the background in all these cases, but we can also post directly a document in FICA for generic business process in FICA. That means suppose a security deposit is created, or we are entering incoming payment, or FICA consultant has customized for the installation plan. So in all these situations, we are preparing a process in FICA and then posting. That means upfront, we are making the system to post a document automatically in the background for a generic business process. So here also FICA document is posted directly in the FICA module itself because of a generic business process in FICA. The third and the last option is you are manually posting a FICA document. This is not a regular thing what to do, but for sundry receivables or miscellaneous posting, you can directly post manually a FICA document. So that option is there. So these are the three different scenarios in which a FICA document is posted. But over here, we are looking for a FICA document to be posted because of an invoice being prepared in ISU. So you must have what is the document type system has to use. So here document types are defined already in the system. You don't have to define. So if you go to the document, before that posting in document, and then here basic settings, maintain document number ranges. So here FICA consultant will maintain different number ranges because there are going to be different types of FICA documents posted. For all of them, a separate number range is required. So number range you don't have to define. Already enough number ranges have been defined, and already it has been assigned to FICA. So just for information sake, you can have a look here, but you don't have to define any document type. Document type is also defined here. So if you go to maintain document assignments, document types, maintain document types and assign the number ranges. So here a FICA document has been defined as FA. Okay, our invoice document type is FA. Corresponding when invoice is posted in FICA, a FICA document is posted, and the system will use FA as the document type to post the FICA document corresponding to invoice. And for single transaction, number range is 01, and for mass processing, number range is R9. But you have so many document types here. How will the system know FA only has to be used by the system, okay, for posting the FICA document against original ISU invoice? For that purpose, we are assigning the document type to the system defined reason. So maintain default document types for invoicing. So here we are given FA document type as invoice document, the FICA document type. Okay, that means FA has been defined in FICA, which should be posted corresponding to an invoice being prepared in ISU module. Okay, so all these settings are already available. You don't have to do it. Now, another thing we have to maintain as the third configuration, which is already maintained here in the system because it is at the country level, but you have to maintain it at the company code level. What is that? It is called attached print media. Attached print media to company code. Attach print media to company code. Actually, print media is defined first in financial accounting under the correspondence, and then that particular, print media, we have to assign it to our company code in the FICA correspondence. Basically, what is print media? Basically, when you prepare the invoice and then post, it is supposed to print a invoice. That means we are maintaining a SAP form. In the contract account, if you remember, we have declared one form as ISU_bill. That means invoice is posted and then invoice can be printed using a bill form, which has been defined in the FICA print workbench. That means a particular format is required for printing the invoice. Here SAP has given a print format as SAP, that is ISU_bill. It is a specimen document type, basically print form. But in the actual business, ABAP will develop the specific form according to business requirement. Because how invoice is prepared and posted, the layout can change from company to company, country to country. Okay, so we take this specimen invoice what they are currently using in their operation, and then based on that, the developers will design the print format layout. But here, when it is printing the invoice, in the development of the invoice, they have also included attached payment media. That means along with the invoice, it will print one slip, which is sent to the customer. So customer has to basically return it when they are making the payment. Like for example, they are going to make a check payment, or they're going to send it, actually that is supposed to go to the bank. Okay, there are different payment methods in FICA where customer can make the payment, or using different methods, like customer can go to cash desk and make payment, or customer can make the payment through a website, or customer can make the payment to a handheld device. So these are all different methods. That means 1 month I may make a cash payment at cash desk, or 1 month I go to cash desk and give a check, or another month I will go to website and then give my username and password, or basically my service number, and then use different payment methods like net banking or credit card. Okay, there is no fixed method here. Every month I may use different methods. But for a particular contract account, you can fix the payment method like direct debit. That means customer is nominating a bank on behalf of his operation, and utility company will send the invoice directly to the bank account. That means we are authorizing the bank and the utility company to basically get connected to each other. So every month our particular company will prepare the invoice, send the electronic document to our bank, house bank. It's called house bank. Every company code will have a bank, and once they receive this document, they will send the information to customer's bank, and the bank to bank settlement will happen. Okay, so here it is sending a kind of a information, a kind of a slip, so that the slip can be entered by the bank or customer and send it to the company back with the reason, for which invoice they made the payment. So this is an additional print media what we are supposed to print. Now it is not necessary you have to include in the configuration. Anyway, that is taken care by FICA consultant. But in the particular print invoice what we're preparing, in the layout design, they have included the attached payment media. So I don't want to remove it. So for that reason, we have to maintain the attached print media. That is the slip actually, what you're sending along with the invoice. So go to financial accounting new, and then go to financial accounting global settings, and then correspondence, and then attach the payment media. So here we have given a attached payment media for the country dependent data for attached payment media. So for country India, I have given a attached payment media as bank transfer. So bank transfer means actually it is something like you're sending it to the bank, okay? Or it can be like, for example, in the case of outgoing payment, incoming and outgoing payment, like in the case of vendor, the particular methods of payment clearing will be bank transfer, check. So depending on the type of transaction what you're using, you can maintain a attached payment media. So here just one example I maintained as bank transfer. It is using a module program here. This I have copied from one of the setting what is available for Germany. Okay. So for different payment methods, we are using different payment media. I just copied one of them. You can use U. So this is already defined for India. You don't have to define. Okay. But this attached payment media, we have to assign it to our company code. Like you have defined your own company code. For that, we have to assign the attached payment media. So now again, we'll go to financial accounting, contract accounts receivable and payable, and then go to the basic functions, and then go to correspondence. We are opening the correspondence settings in FICA. Select here, and then here you have to assign the define payment form ID. Okay, define payment form ID for forms. Select here. Assign to your company code form ID U, because form ID U has been already defined for country India. In your case also it will be U only. Just create a new entry. Our company code is 6000 and attached payment form ID is U, because for India it is U, and then save it. So now this particular thing we have to do it. So actually in FICA all the settings are already available. You don't have to do it, but this one you have to do it. And ID for account determination you have maintained for the tax, that you have to assign it to the company code. So two things you have to do it in the system. One is maintaining the tax account determination, and then defining the payment form ID for your company code. But other things are already defined in the FICA, so you don't have to define. And then you also have to maintain what you call the repayment method. You have to assign a repayment string in the IS invoicing. Actually, this is part of again FICA only. Go to invoicing and then maintain default values for repayment method or according to payment medium. Repayment method means it is something like, repayment in the sense, in the case of bank transfer, suppose a bank transfer successfully could not happen because either customer has put a block or customer doesn't have a enough balance in the case of bank, then the data is not processed. So it is something like a repayment. Okay. So repayment processing has to be done. So for that, we have to maintain here the payment media form ID. So you can select any of the setting here. For example, any of the company code for India, and then copy and then maintain your company code. In our case, our company code is 6000 and the form ID is U, and then save it. So these are all the settings you have to do as far as the company code is concerned. So when you are doing it in the system, all of the things are already done because it is a client level data. You have to perform only three things. One is tax account determination. Once again, I'll show you where you have to do it. Tax account determination. Then attached payment media. Attach payment media to company code. And some documents are prepared here. Number is already maintained, so you don't have to do it. Third is repayment method. Payments to past payment. These are the only things you have to do. So once again, I'll show you where you are going to do. So go to contract accounts receivable and payable, and then go to posting and documents, document, and in document, define the account assignments for automatic posting. And then here you have to select. So first you have to come to IMG, financial accounting new, contract accounts receivable and payable, basic functions, postings and documents, document, maintain account assignments for automatic posting, automatic GL account determination, define accounts for sales and purchase tax. So here you have to assign your tax code along with the transaction MWS to your company code, and GL account is 1,75,000. This is the first thing you are doing. And then you have to maintain attached payment media to company code. So we can go to correspondence. In the basic functions, you have to select the correspondence and then go to define payment form ID for forms. So here you assign your company code to form ID U. And the third thing you have to do is go to invoicing level, SAP utilities, and then go to invoicing, invoice processing, and then here maintain default values for repayment method and payment medium. Okay, so payment media, we are maintaining a star for all the media, and the form ID is U. So these are the only three settings you have to do, and one more setting you have to do later before you transfer the data to financial accounting. So I will explain that. That is only remaining setting you have to do as far as the invoicing is concerned. Okay. Now with these settings, we will see whether we are in a position to prepare the invoice. In case suppose something is missing, system will tell us, and then we can complete that customization. Now at the moment we are going to prepare the invoice with reference to our billing document, because we have already prepared the consumption billing document, and then we have to post the invoice for that particular billing document. So if you know the contract account, the system will automatically pick the billing document for you, because for preparing invoice, what is required? What is the date on which you want to prepare the invoice? And then naturally, for which account you want to prepare the invoice. If you have already created the billing document for that particular contract account, then you'll be able to prepare the invoice. Sometimes for one contract account, there can be one or many billing documents. Like in our case at this moment, for the contract account, we have got only one billing document. So if you go to ES31 installation, and if you find the installation for our division, that is 60, we have got an installation 223. This 223 has got a contract, and for that contract, we have done the billing already. That is, contract is 223. If you go to billing periods, in the billing period, we can see what is the billing document what we have prepared. It is 2302. Our current billing document is 2302, for which we have not yet prepared the invoice. But for preparing the invoice, what you should know, what is the date on which you can prepare the invoice? Our end billing is 2911, so you can prepare invoice on 2911 or any date after that. Okay. So basically, we are going to prepare the invoice also. Posting date as 29/11/2019. But now, for what is the account, we have to post the invoice. The account depends on the contract. So if you go to the contract, double click, you can see the contract account for which the contract has been made. Our contract account is 5301. This is the contract account. So if you enter the contract account and enter the date of invoice, automatically system will show this is a billing document what is available, which you need to invoice. But sometimes for the same contract account, you may have more than one billing. For instance, the contract account has got 3 contracts, one for electricity, one for gas, one for the water. Now in that case, we have two choices. Either you can prepare a joint invoice, which means for the same contract account, you have prepared all the contracts. So the contracts have got their own billing document, and then you are combining them together to prepare one consolidated invoice, which is called joint invoice. Or if you wish, you can also prepare individual, but it depends on the settings what you have done. In the company code level, in the configuration, if you have said joint invoicing is a must, then you have no choice, you have to merge. Or joint invoicing is not allowed in the company, so you have to prepare individually. Or you might have given the position as either of them. It is not mandatory, but if you want, you can do it. Okay. So actually, this setting we are maintaining in ISU configuration. So where it is maintained, let me see. So at the moment, you know everything for preparing the invoice. We will maintain one more additional information here as far as the joint invoicing is concerned. So go to utilities and then go to basic settings and enterprise structure. allocate company code to division, which we have already done. Because of that only, we have maintained account termination. Now, in this particular setting, we have to give position for joint invoicing, which we have not given earlier. So if you select here, company code as 6000, okay. For 6000, our division is 60, okay. But you can also see, so there are so many divisions which are already assigned to our company code, which we have not done. But while creating company code, we had copied from the 0001 company code. Because of that, these assignments are copied, which you don't require. So you can select all of it, what is not done by us, delete, and then save. So our actual company code and the division is 60, 61, 62. So here you can maintain joint invoicing position. If you select one, contract must be invoiced jointly with the other contracts. That means suppose if you have prepared a contract for 60 and for that contract you have done the billing, that billing has to be invoiced jointly with the other contracts. Okay. That means you will also have the billing documents for 61, 62. You have to combine. It is mandatory. If you select 3, then it should never be done. That means company wants to prepare invoices independently for each billing document, separate invoice. Or if you maintain 2, it can be or it need not be. Okay, option is open. So we will select 2 here, here also 2, and then here 2. But this is a definition we are maintaining as far as the invoicing is concerned. But there is one more setting which will also come into picture at the contract account level. Suppose in the configuration of the contract account, we have said contract account is available for preparing only one contract. You cannot use the contract account more than one contract. Then in that case anyway, joint invoicing cannot be done. Like while defining the contract account, we have given the position as any number of contracts can be prepared. So if you go to financial accounting new, contract accounts receivable and payable, basic functions, contract accounts, we have maintained a contract account category. That is, what is the category we have to use for preparing the contract account. So our category was defined as 60. This is the category, ISU standard contract account category. For 60, we are given the position as not 1C. If I activated 1C here, what will happen? It will not allow you to prepare more than one contract. While doing the move-in, suppose you use the contract account for preparing the move-in document for the electricity. That means electricity contract is prepared along with this particular contract account. But suppose the partner is also making a move-in for gas and water, then you need a separate account because you have activated 1C. That means contract account will permit you to use only one contract. But here we have not activated 1C. That means contract account is available for preparing multiple contracts. So this setting is also important. So in case suppose if you activated 1C, in any way it will not allow you to use same contract account to prepare multiple contracts. So there is no possibility of joint invoicing. In any case, you have to prepare only single invoices, individual invoices for the particular contract account. So now we will see how to prepare the invoice. To prepare the invoice, you have got two options. Now, if you're doing single billing document, that means individual invoice, which we are doing using transaction code EASIBA. So here system has given one option. You can not only create a billing document, but also you can make the system to prepare the invoice also in the background. That means simultaneously you are doing both. First, system will create a billing document and then use it in the background to prepare the invoice and post. That's one option. Otherwise, first you prepare the billing document and then you prepare the invoice. So first you prepare the billing document, which you have already done, and then referring to this billing document, you are preparing invoice in a separate transaction. This is possible. But suppose if you're doing mass billing, then this option is not available. That means first you have to do mass billing, then you have to do mass invoicing. So we will see separately how to do that. So at the moment, we have got two options. But since you already created the billing document, this time we have to do invoice separately. In the next billing we will see how a system can create both billing and invoice in one single transaction. So now to create the invoice posting, we will go to invoicing, execute invoicing, individual processing. EA19, create the bill. And we want the document to be posted on preparation on 29/11/2019 and posting date is 29/11/2019. Now you have to give the reconciliation key. Okay. Now you need to know something about the reconciliation key. It is the most important parameter what will come into picture whenever you're dealing with the FICA. So if you press F1, it will give you some idea. Reconciliation key for general ledger. It is saying this reconciliation key is required in future to transfer the data to financial accounting, that is the general ledger. That means from FICA, we are posting the information into general ledger accounting system to post a accounting document. For that purpose, a reconciliation key is required. Key under which summary records in the contract accounts receivable have been posted to the financial accounting. Okay. When transferring the summary records to general ledger accounting, the system enters this key in the reference key document header field in the transfer documents. This external reference enables you to reconcile the FICA summary records into GL accounts. So what is the purpose of this? Whenever you are posting it to FICA, whatever may be the reason why you're posting to FICA, you must mention the reconciliation key. There are two types of reconciliation key. One is a reconciliation key, what we need to enter upfront when you process the posting into FICA. And there are some transactions where you don't have to enter the reconciliation key. System will automatically prepare the reconciliation key in the background. Okay. Now in this case, it is asking for the reconciliation key. Okay. What is the purpose of reconciliation key? Reconciliation key will help us to track what are the FICA documents posted in a day. So end of the day, what we can do, we can close the reconciliation key so that system will summarize the GL accounts data, aggregate them, and then using the reconciliation key, we are transferring the data to financial accounting. Suppose let us assume in our case, we have prepared one billing document. Billing document is 123. We have prepared one invoice as 3000. When you prepare the invoice 3000, what information you will have? What is the contract account for which you are preparing the invoice? Suppose the contract account is 500. And when you prepare the invoice, it has got consumption billing amount, that is consumption energy amount. And this amount is coming to 3000. And you have maintained a sub-transaction account determination here as 8,520,000. You already maintained the account determination. Then you have got the tax amount. So tax amount is coming to 300 rupees. And then for this you have given the GL account as 1,25,000. And the total amount to be posted to the contract account is 3,300. For which the reconciliation account will come. We have already assigned the reconciliation account in the main transaction. It is 1,45,200. That means when you prepare the invoice, system knows to which account the amount has to be posted, to which reconciliation account in the GL system it has to post the total value, and what are the revenue accounts, that is 8,520,000 energy account and the tax account. So when the FICA document is prepared, that means suppose if I prepared the invoice here, invoice number is 123 for the contract account. When you post the invoice, a FICA document is created automatically in the background. At that particular point of time, it will post only contract account. None of the accounts are posted. Only posting will happen is the contract account. So in our case, contract account is 3000. So 3000 contract account is debited immediately with the total amount, that is 3,300. But in the FICA document, we will see what is the contract account, how much amount has been debited, that is 3,300. What is the reconciliation account? That is 1,45,200. The amount is 3,300. The consumption energy amount is, that is 3,000. Corresponding GL account is 8,520,000. And then tax account is 300. for which you have got the GL account 1,75,000. That means FICA document will store what are the GL accounts to be posted in the future and the corresponding value. But the system is not posting anything of this immediately because you're not posting anything into financial accounting. Every posting is happening into FICA. In the FICA document, we have basically see all this information. But when you prepare this invoice, we have entered one reconciliation key as, let us say, R1. R1 is a reconciliation key. That means somebody has prepared this particular reconciliation key. The administrator has prepared the reconciliation key for the day and given it to all the users who are preparing the invoice during the day, individual invoices. That means each of the user is preparing some individual invoices. At that particular point of time, they are supposed to use the reconciliation key as R1. Okay. Now I have prepared invoice and I use the reconciliation key R1. Now suppose you have prepared one invoice. In your case, the contract account is 4,000, and for 4,000, the total values have been determined. Again, the energy amount is 4,000, for which you got the energy account 8,520,000, and then you got the tax amount. Tax is coming to 10%, so 400, and then it is going to be 1,75,000. The total amount is coming to, including the tax, coming to 4,400, for which you have got a reconciliation account 1,45,200. So the moment you prepare the invoice number is, let us say, here it is 123, here it is 321. You prepared invoice as 321, and the invoice is immediately debited to, the total amount is debited to contract account 4,000. So 4,000 is debited with 4,400, and then in the FICA document it will show for reconciliation GL account the value is 4,400, and then energy account 8,520,000, the amount is 4,000, and tax is 1,75,000, which is 400. That means in the second instance, when you prepare the invoice, suppose you prepared the invoice, you have also used the reconciliation key as R1. Okay. That means I can keep on using this R1 throughout the day till my all invoices have been posted. Let's say there are 10 users. Each user has prepared, let us say, 10 invoices. So 10 users means 100 invoices have been posted. 100 FICA documents have been posted. But all the FICA documents are having the same reconciliation key as R1. End of the day, when the processing is complete, we close the reconciliation key. That means it is now no more active. Whatever FICA documents have been posted, system will automatically do the aggregation of GL account value. Suppose end of the day I close the reconciliation key R1, then what it will do? It starts summarizing the total value for each GL account. 1,45,200 reconciliation account, 8,520,000 energy account, 1,75,000 the tax account. So here it will see first one is 3,300, second is 4,400. So 3,300 plus 4,400, and then 8,520,000. The first invoice is basically 3,000, and here it is 4,000. And for tax, it's going to add the value 300 and then 400. So system will automatically do the aggregation for each GL account. So this will come to, let us say, X value. This will come to Y value, and then this will come to Z value. Then automatically it will do the aggregation. Then I'll say transfer the data to FI. Transfer data to FI. That means we enter the reconciliation key as R1. Whatever summarized values are there for reconciliation key, it has to transfer the data to financial accounting. Then system will automatically debit and credit these GL accounts depending on the nature of accounting, and an accounting document will be prepared. So in the case accounting document is posted saying the reconciliation account 1,45,200 is debited with 33 plus 44, that is 7,700. The 8,520,000 is credited with the amount of 7,000 rupees. and your tax account 1,75,000 is 700. That means your credit amounts are balanced with the debit amounts. So there are two credit amount here, 7,000 and 700, and debit amount is 7,700. So it is balancing. That means you might have prepared 100 invoices, 100 figure documents. End of the day, when you post to financial accounting, it's only going to post a one accounting document. That means you are drastically reducing the number of postings what you could have done to financial accounting. Suppose you are prepared today 1 lakh invoices. That means 1 lakh figure document. And for each account, there are 1 lakh invoices. That means 1 lakh values. Like 1 lakh 45,200 will have 1 lakh value. 8 lakh 520 will have 1 lakh values. 1 lakh 75,000 will be having 1 lakh value. But by closing the reconciliation key, what the system will do, it will summarize. So instead of hitting the same GL account again and again for total number of 1 lakh times, you are sending the aggregate data. So it will post only one value. Okay. This is why you are using FICA. I mean, the whole purpose of FICA is summarization. Okay. Everything is summarized in the FICA. The summarized value will be transferred to financial accounting. Whereas in SD, what happens? You prepare invoice and directly post to financial accounting. That means suppose if I prepare today 100 invoices, 100 accounting documents are posted. That means every time it is hitting the same GL account. But there it is not a big issue because your number of invoices what to prepare in a day are not anyway compared to what you're preparing in case of ISU or telecom or insurance. Because all these solutions are designed for, you know, business to consumer kind of scenario. If you have got 5 million contracts, you can imagine the number of invoices you prepare every day. Okay. So if you were using like a standard account receivable, you will be allowing a huge amount of data go and sit in the financial accounting, which is of no use to us. So that is the reason SAP provided FICA as the sub-ledger accounting. So the moment you prepare invoice, first it will post to FICA. In the FICA, document is posted, and the document is identified by a reconciliation key. All the FICA documents here we are preparing in a day are all posted with the one single reconciliation key. End of the day, administrator will close the reconciliation key so that no further posting will happen. And once you close the reconciliation key, automatically system will do the summarization. And the summarized data will be manually sent to financial accounting. That is the actual process in the case of FICA. Now here we are preparing individual invoice. That is the reason we are supposed to enter the reconciliation key. But suppose if you are doing mass processing, then what would happen? You don't have to create a reconciliation key. Suppose I'm preparing 1,000 invoices at a time. So system will not ask you the FICA reconciliation key. It will prepare by itself a reconciliation key. 1,000 invoices, 1,000 FICA documents are posted. It will also close the reconciliation key by itself and keep the data ready, summarized. You have to just transfer the data to financial accounting. So for individual transaction, you have to enter the reconciliation key. But otherwise, for all the mass processing, wherever it is applicable, you don't have to prepare any reconciliation key. System will prepare and it will give you in the log what is the reconciliation key it has used. So in future, when you are doing one scenario for mass processing, you can see the process will be slightly different. Now here, I am preparing invoice, so I need a reconciliation key. So you can see here reconciliation key. I can either enter the reconciliation key ad hoc, but then it is not that way we do, because let us say there are 100 users who are preparing single invoices in a day. Okay, so all of them cannot create their own reconciliation key. There has to be one reconciliation key. So system administrator will create the FICA administrator will create a reconciliation key for the day. So go to the document, reconciliation key, create FPP1. Let's the reconciliation key we are going to use as 60. For us it is starting with 6, so 60, then 0801 2020. Okay, just I'm using some kind of convention. 60 just to say for our company code, and 8th January 2020, enter. It will check whether any such reconciliation key has been prepared in the system. It is not there, so I will save it. So let me save it. So any user preparing invoice, they can use this particular reconciliation key. Now I'll go to EA19, enter the document date 29/11, posting date is also 29/11, reconciliation key, and then enter the contract account for which I want to prepare the invoice. Our contract account here is basically contract account is 5,300. You can find out. Go to the contract account, and then company code is 6,000. So it is 5301, and then execute. Now it will check this contract account has got an open billing document which has not been invoiced. So we are supposed to prepare the invoice. Now we say continue. If everything is there, it will post, otherwise it will give the error. Then we can set it up. Actually, some change has happened. That's why it is compiling the billing. We will see what is the posting. Now invoicing is completed. That means whatever customizations we have done, that's all okay. So invoice is completed. Display the document. Okay. First, it will give you a log. In the log, it will say one invoicing completed and invoice document number is 287. This is the print document number, and the reconciliation key is 688/08/01/2020. Then go to display the document. Invoice document is saved here. It is giving all the information, and then print the invoice what we have prepared. So it is using the ISU print format, the form layout what you are given in the contract account. Accordingly, it will display the data for the invoice. So it is saying your billing has been done for the period 1st of November to 29th of November. The consumption data is captured from 1st of November to 29th of November. Device is 887. So the consumption energy amount is 600. Energy price is 600 into 12, that is 7,200. And then here tax is 10%. So total amount which is going to be collected from the customer is 7,920. The moment you post the invoice, none of the accounts are posted. None of the GL accounts are posted because you are not hitting the GL directly. So it is actually hosting a FICA document. But only one account is posted immediately. That is the contract account. The contract account is 5301. So if you go to the account balance, it will show what is the amount it is debited. Okay, FP F9 L9, FPL9, or you can go to contract account receivable and account balance FPL9. Our contract account is 5301. List the open items. Open items means which have to be cleared. So there can be open debit items, open credit items, but because you are prepared an invoice, it's a debit transaction. The contract account is debited with the amount along with the due date. So if you take here, it will show 240 is the FICA document number. It has got one item, and FICA document was posted on 29/11 and receivable is 7,920. And it is actually posted on 29/11 and it is due. Receivable is open and due because we are given payment terms as immediately. Okay, the moment you post the invoice, the due date will start. That means it is already overdue, for which you have to receive the payment. So actually, it has prepared a posting into contract account. Now, to see the FICA document, you can go to environment, display the document. Now, source document is the invoice. This is a billing document, and for which invoice has been prepared as 287. Corresponding to 287 invoice, a FICA document has been posted. FICA document is 240. So FICA document will show the data in a summarized fashion. Summarized business partner items. Contract account is 5301. Contract is 223. The summarized values are debited using 0002. This is what I was talking in the beginning. There are some sub transactions available which are used by the system. Here 0002 is acting for the consolidation. It is summarizing the value. Okay. That means our net amount is 7,200 plus 720. Total put together 7,920. Suppose in our billing there are 10 items, okay, or let's say 3 items. Energy amount is there, standing energy amount is there, surcharge is there, plus the tax is there. 4 line items. It will add up all the value and then debit to the contract account. So 0002 has got special function. Tomorrow I'll show it to you how it is assigned. Using the sub-transaction 0002, it is debiting the contract account with the 7,920. Now, whenever you are going to post to subledger account, system has to determine the reconciliation account. So if you go to double click this contract account, you can see the reconciliation account is 1,45,20 and the total amount is 7,920. But this account has not been posted still. It is only showing the account. So GL items are 8,520. There is a revenue account. It is showing the credit signature, that is credit sign to be credited, and tax is 720. That means system is showing the summarized value here for the GL account and also the summarized value for the individual contract account. And then if you select open item, it will show what are the open GL items. Open item is basically contract account debit entry, and GL items are showing what are the GL accounts have been determined and what is the value. And if you go to the header level data, you can see the reconciliation key. Suppose my process is over for the end of the day, I have to transfer the data to financial accounting. How to transfer? For that, you have to maintain one more setting. Based on that, you can transfer data to financial accounting. So tomorrow we will maintain that setting and then transfer this particular data to financial accounting. And then how the accounting document is posted, we'll check it. So you have completed the invoice preparation posting to FICA. And then tomorrow we will see how the accounting document will be generated. And then the moment you prepared invoice, a open item has been created. That means open item means it has to be cleared. That means you have to clear the open debit item by credit item. That credit item will come from the incoming payment. So we have to implement at least one incoming payment so that we can clear the open item. So tomorrow we will see how to enter the incoming payment. You have to customize cash desk in FICA and then incoming payment can be posted. That will complete our cycle. The cycle is meter reading order to cash. It is called MR, meter reading order to cash. That one cycle will be completed. Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue.
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one small request from my side.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm unable to create the billing schema for the slab rates. Unable to create the billing schema for the slab rates. Suppose in that case, how to create an how to use the operands and all. If there is any
you have to send me the scenario. You do one thing. You prepare
Okay,
the
sir.
entire requirement in an email and send it to me. I will study
Okay.
it. Then
Okay, sir.
discuss what is to be done. Because at this moment, I'm not getting the full idea. You prepare the
Okay.
scenario, send it to me.
Okay,
I'll
sir.
go through it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Oh, sir.
I'll mail you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had, sir, earlier I had mailed you invoice with the different details.
Okay.
What is, I think I had mailed you, sir, 2 invoices with different components and the different slab rate was there. So if we can use that as a basic, because that covers everything. For example, 0 to 100 unit, 100 to 200.
That will come in the future. I have not discussed that because we are yet to configure the demand billing. So after doing the demand billing, we will see how to.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Yes, sir.